Yep, welcome back to the fix. Quick fix to be more specific. It's your boy Nara here with Ari and the host with the most chavs.
You should have said specific.
The host with the most.
Quick fix, the fix, specifics.
Oh, God.
Why don't you just go right for Skillibeng? Why don't you?
Pow.
Woo!
Yo. Alright, just take it away.
Oh, gosh, on that note, guys, hey, it's time for Quick Fix, and I'm here with Naro and Ari. And of course, you guys should know by now that Quick Fix is a run-up of the news that we've missed in the week. So let's jump right into it. Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness recently lashed aspects of the country's popular culture that he says are contributing to the high levels of violence in the country. Mr. Holness stated that entertainers often glorify violence in their songs and seek to justify their approach by saying they are reflecting the society's realities. He also said, in our music and our culture, in as much as you are free to reflect what is happening in the society, you also have a duty to place it in context. Mavado later took to his Instagram page to share how he felt about the Prime Minister's remarks, saying, "Why is this man blaming crime on music? Every Prime Minister that the people vote in, when them get them seat to work, them fail and come point fingers. Well, we pointing right back at you. What about all the grants that you and your parliamentarians get to take care of crime? Billions. That has nothing to do with entertainment. No one voted for us to lead. That's your job. What you need to do is clean up your corrupted government and stop intimidate the people. Tired of you." Does Mavado have a point? Like, what do we make of this? Ari?
I don't know why to start with me first, you know. I really don't know why.
Bro got data.
Start with me. I'm looking at Mr. Holness and I'm just like, really? Like, you've said this before.
Mm-hmm.
This is 2021 and I think you've said this before. We've had this discussion before. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's just like, why you coming again? And it feels like every time we have some outrageous gruesome crime, you know, it always come around to who need to have,
it has to
be somebody, or, you know. Mm-hmm. So we always point to the like we do the blame game, which is really reductive at this point, and it just make no sense. But what people like Mavado keep on missing is just that no one is blaming any artist in specific, you know. It's just that if we can just realize that the violence, we're living in a violent society, and the songs reflect that. So we need to ask the question: is it a chicken or the egg? Is it the song or the society? The songs them make people violent, or is it because there is a violent society that caused the creation of these violent songs? So that's going to take a whole bunch of psychologists and criminologists to come up with the answer to that. Yeah. But I just think that, like, Mavado and people who hold on to this point, like, them just miss it. And I'm like, if people like them was around when people did a write on stone, like, we wouldn't know what we are write on tablets. Like, we can think of it and, like, say, like, Stephen Hawking thought his words and a computer said it for him. So I say, you know, we refuse to change, we refuse to accept responsibility, we refuse to say how best to say, all right, that makes sense, we can work with that, all right, then let's work and figure it all out. I just hate the blame game. I hate that we can't come out of ourselves and see where we can work together to make things better. You know, so we just need to figure out what we really want and how we can make steps to get it better. So fine, Mavado don't really believe in Andrew, and believe in the government, but what is he as a citizen of this country? How is he making the country better? And I feel like if everybody asks themselves that question instead of trying to blame everybody else, that would be the solution to the problem.
Just find some sort of middle ground.
I just said, Ari, that everybody seems to want to play the blame game and nobody seems to want to take any accountability in the part that they play in the country being what it is right now. And with that being said, I must say, even though we've spoken about this topic tirelessly.
Ad nauseum.
Ad nauseum. And if people don't know our stance on this, they should know by now that we've taken a stance. Say, yo, violent music definitely has some impact in how prevalent crime is in the society. However, with, as I said, Andrew Holness, we've been over this with him, and it seems like it's a repetitive thing with him, and it now has me looking at him and say, because I know that even though we've acknowledged the role and the impact that dancehall has, I think they too easily make dancehall out to be a scapegoat. And I think that's why people get so defensive, because when them hear them say these things so much, it's like them point out dancehall as the main reason why crime is so rampant in society.
Right.
And I feel that's where the disconnect is.
Yeah.
And as much as we ask our artists them for hold up them hand and be accountable, it's time for these government officials to do the same.
Yeah.
I don't think they've been doing that as much in holding up them hands and say, oh, the government has some blame in this, the history of how the country has been run. I know probably if we go deep, them thought you're going to get in a JLP versus PNP and who did have the country run for how long and all them type of fuckery. I don't want to get into that. But they, as the people in charge, need to acknowledge, say, yo, there may be some things we can be doing better and doing more.
Exactly.
I don't really hear that as much.
Nope.
So,
Granted,
I'm tired of the finger pointing at this point.
I didn't watch the full.
I saw some clips of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if he said that. If he did,
that's what I say. Because you know how the because I is the Gleaner and the Star.
Yeah, I saw the article.
So you know them kind of love to pick out
and
the most salacious thing. They know what was going to get people talk. And you know, so I didn't watch the full thing. I know what. Please, me not watch Parliament, please.
I mean, it's fucking boring.
I've never ever watched a full sitting of Parliament.
And you're a government agent. Wow.
Fuck you. But I agree with you totally, Nara. Because it's true. Like I'm like, this is 2021. We've had that conversation.
Yeah, we've been having this conversation.
This is like the second time where a government official, whether it's him or the St. James Councillor, said something about dancehall, and I'm like,
second time in recent months,
weeks. Yeah. So I mean, maybe it's just like calling out, and there's going to be how crime is going to be changed. For me personally, it has to be a culture shift. That's the conclusion. And I think, and I'm in my mind, I'm thinking, is it a thing where he wants to, like, you know, because how you change, you have to like name it and claim it. So if you have an issue, them say, what is the issue? You have to own it. So you name the issue, you own it, and then you make steps to work, because you can't change what doesn't exist.
Right.
So you know, it's just like to say, well, this violent culture that we have and that is in our music, he's like trying to say, this is it. So you know, we have to name it. But I agree with you, Dara. I completely agree with you.
Can we point it out the past, say, oh, to just solely point out dancehall is lazy.
It's lazy.
It's lazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
I'm just like, we've had this conversation. At one point I thought that, wait, this is repeat news.
Yeah. God no, when I saw it too, like,
yes, sir. Wait,
I'm sure.
Black
Cat just passed. Like, deja vu. Like, what the fuck I go on? But you know, I wonder, maybe him listen Skillibeng song name, yo. And I was like, yo, at this, I got that, this artist here, we really use Mr. Universe from, like, so much gun songs. Him sing about gun too much.
It's just that
we can't believe a theme song we used to be dubbed last year.
But you know, but the main question that I want to ask you, because is it unfair that people think that Mavado should not say anything? I personally don't have that view. I feel like everybody have a right to say what
you're free to say what you need to say.
But it's just like,
with what's surrounding his name right now, you kind of have to look on its side. A little side I saying, yeah, you a warrant out for your arrest, your son gone to prison for life, and all them sort of something that's surrounding him. So maybe you're not the best person to be speaking. Yeah,
but then,
the best person to be speaking
but
on
then
this,
maybe
but
he
still.
is. Maybe he is.
Maybe he is for real.
Maybe he
is. You know, like, people can change.
Yeah.
and people
maybe he's
have
not
the
guilty.
right.
Maybe he's not guilty.
Maybe.
I'm sure he's gonna say his son is innocent.
That is true, and we've said our piece on that as well. Say, yo, I don't know about the son innocent, but but we've said our piece on that. Say, yo, him and the son are two separate people, even
True.
though there is.
True.
You could say
But
that, of course, there is some influence a parent
Mm-hmm.
can have on the son. Did young at the time and all these things, yeah. So, but as I said, there's that don't mean so if we just dismiss him point outright.
It's not. I'm not trying to say that Mavado is a bad parent, because you know you have 10 kids, 10 become doctor and 1, you know, not nothing. So you can't really knock the parenting, because kids are, you know, people are going to be people and people are going to do what they want to do. So I just want to make it clear to all the Gully fans out there, and specifically Mavado, I'm not trying to blame you. I was just kind of saying that was the perception that I immediately have. But then I had the same thought. I said, well, sure, like people raised in horrible circumstances, and everybody think that, you know, their logical path would be to be a gangster, but them turn on be great law abiding, you know, contributing members of society. So I just want to put that out there. So let's not be hard on Mavado here.
I fully agree.
All right, moving on. So, Intence finally released his first body of work last weekend. The highly anticipated mixtape titled Public Enemy Number 1 has 14 tracks with features from Governor, Jacure, and Iwater. So, reviews so far seem to be positive for this project. And, of course, we listen to the mixtape, right, guys? But I'll just go ahead and kick it off with my thoughts. Listening to the mixtape, I must say that I was actually impressed. More so how it started. Like him kick it off good, high energy. I really liked how he started the mixtape from tracks 1 to probably 9. Must say him go on good. Like, to be honest, I know that he's talented because Intence and Iwater did a bust the youth from a long time. And then it just so happens say, bust them bust big and whatever. So I know that the talent is there, but it's like something about his sound. Like, I can't listen to too much songs at once from him. However, him have my attention for the first 9 tracks, and then after that it just drop. So if it did stop at 9, I'd be fine. High energy. I like the features when him do it. Governor and Jacure. There's another track what I like too. Winning Streak. I like that song too. So from tracks 1 to 9, I like the energy. I like how him sound. I like how him flow, and you know that would make a decent mixtape for me. But the other songs are like throwaway tracks for me. But it's still a decent body of work. For the first project we put out, I think it's pretty good, so it works.
Javi, I agree with you almost 100%. We were listening to the mixtape together for the first time, and we had the same reactions.
Yeah.
That drop off point there, we reach at that same point. Winning Streak, I feel, is the crescendo, the high point of this album. That song there are the baddest song to me, and the well, you can't call it an album. It kind of play like an album,
like a conductor. Like you're like this is
like at this, like the crescendo for the mixtape for me. I liked, same like you, Javs. I like the start. I felt it started strongly. The themes of each song leading up to Winning Streak played into the title of the mixtape.
Yeah.
Like it's surprising to me. I was pleasantly surprised. It was better than I expected it to be. Nah, go lie. The introspective lyrics, the somewhat subdued nature of the songs surprised me.
Yeah.
So yo, him take this to a different place than I expected it to. I can definitely feel the public eneminess of the track, and say, yo, Jano, this is how he truly feels. Say, yo, like a me against the world type of thing, and I got that through. The song, the collab with Governor, did me like that song there from it was released before the mixtape.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about Intence though, and I think what I think is the problem with it. as we talk about the subdued nature of the songs, it's the same thing with him voice. It's a winning streak, I feel, tell that story there for me in regards to how I prefer him to sound.
Oh.
It's when him go too much in and like when him go too strong with that.
Yeah.
It's like me personally kind of turn, you see me?
It's like a tune him
turn
out.
off. Yeah, me tune him out, yeah. That's the turn off. You see me? But it's like when it's some Panda song there, and Ari I'm sure she can relate to it, because when she was listening to the song, I said, him this? I say yes, but why more subdued?
Oh, the winning streak when he might sing.
Yes. Is it because he's more subdued?
It's like, it's not him.
And I'm not saying it's him one.
It doesn't feature
You know,
nobody.
you know,
But
say
me I
feature
say you're not
nobody.
gonna credit the background singer, and I think he's a background singer.
No, that is him.
It sound like him.
If that's intense,
sound like him.
intense.
But it's
that's
him
what you need to
subdued.
do.
And I feel like I don't know if he's still yet to find him sound. I'm just know say yo, this is me in a versatile state where I can be subdued while also being young. You know what I mean?
Strong.
So yeah, the mixtape, the tail off for me towards the end. To one point, we did kind of tune out the song. Them the song with I Water, one of the worst collabs with the two of them. I usually rate them when them collab.
I usually do too.
That collab there with them on that mixtape, I found it to be almost unlistenable, to be honest. But yeah, overall, I rate it.
Yeah.
Ari,
Ari's like, oh my god, it's my turn. Yes, it's your turn.
Okay, I wasn't.
By the way, we're doing this review now. We never get to do it on the podcast, so this is a little short mini review.
I was really looking forward to the intense body of work, to be honest.
Where are you?
I wasn't.
I think you say, okay.
Looking forward to the to this body of work. I feel like I can intake intense in single form. So like
drop a one song.
Yeah, so I can connect with it and like God, like I can intake him in that way. He's too intense. A joke. No, the overall project is not a bad project either. I can't say I hate it because I don't hate it.
And I can't say I love it.
The people them are tired of this take. They are tired
I'm not
of
gonna
your
say
nonchalant,
I'm not gonna say that.
don't care attitude.
I'm not gonna say that. I just said I don't hate it, and I think that's a high praise. I don't hate it.
No, that's not high praise.
That's high praise. I don't hate it. No, yeah, I mean, as I said, I wasn't really looking forward to it, but I agree with everything that you guys said. I preferred Die Rich. I think that's my favorite song. The collaboration with Jacquior. It was that collaboration was unexpected to me. So I really, in my wildest thoughts, would never see Jacquior and Intence collaborating. True. So that was a surprise and it was good. Of course, I think I have a soft spot for Governor, and I appreciate what he brings to the industry, and to see him and grow, and how he's being kind of fathered in to dancehall, because he now kind of have a big brother role,
especially in regards to Iwata and
Intence, right? So to see him that on the Public Enemy #1, I like that collaboration as well. So yeah, I don't hate it.
Alright. Yeah, one more thing to say about it. Yo, that mixtape here probably hold the world record for most times that people get tell about their mother. For
your mother, yes.
That was on every track.
Yes.
But say, no, it's my chance.
Suck your mother.
Good.
But big up Intence.
Big up Intence though. A decent first body I work with
Yeah.
with him. I was surprised, pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Big up.
Same. All right, moving on. So Skillibeng has recently come under scrutiny for what many dancehall fans perceive as subpar efforts with his latest songs, with some going as far as calling them trash. Costa and Run have especially been dragged on social media in recent weeks, with his latest release, Yo, seemingly getting the brunt of the jokes. So what would you think, Naro? Is Skillibeng dropping off, or is he just trolling dancehall fans?
When I first heard Yo, and
Yeah.
when I saw the reactions to it, the first thought that came to mind said, Skillibeng is trolling the fans. Skillibeng is knowingly trolling the fans, just putting songs out there at a low quality and just seeing if the people them will gravitate to it. Just testing in power out there, you know what I mean? Cartel used to
Seriously?
do it too, and the people them would eat it all up like sheep. You see me? I felt like,
What a strange experiment at such a young time. And
I think it's him
point in his
testing
career.
in pull
okay.
in a dancer.
Interesting.
At least that's what I initially thought. But then with further examination, I feel like Skillybang, what him name? Skillybang. What that born from? Based on our interview with him as well.
Skill. He has skill.
No, Skillybang, it far from the onomatopoeia. Skillybang, Skillybang, bang, 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 bang. It born from that. This youth is a student of the game. So with people just dismissing these songs as fuckery, as me say, with further examinations, these are noise songs. These are songs meant to be earworms, meant to be catchy, meant to be easily remembered and ingrained into the psyche. Ari, don't
see how
you
the
find
man
yourself
freak
saying yo, Paul sometimes?
Yeah.
No, Ari.
Like, wait. Like,
No.
yeah, just a while ago, yeah, I say yo, and I'm like,
Paul.
Paul.
Is it
You
me?
guys are being brainwashed.
And I think some people are being unfair with the criticism because this is dancer. Look up Zumuzung Zumuzungu Zeng. So what is that song? What is that song?
Wait, I'm not
No for them yellow man song there were these type of songs. Noise, songs and lyrics just meant for, and you listen to them lyrics, they're very basic.
Yeah, they are.
They're very basic and
But it
similar
just
to these
catchy.
songs.
It's catchy.
I think the problem with Skillibeng now is that people are catch on in regards to the quantity of these songs in a row. Because them used to hearing a certain level of quality from him in regards to like Brick Palm Brick and Crocodile Teeth, and some people that hail him as the next Cartel, and them hold him in that regard. So when them hear these basic sounding songs, when I say yeah, drop off, a fuckery, I just
one
think of
comment
just
I
him.
saw that was particularly interesting to me was what Skillibeng songbook get locked up with Ritika.
That's what people
I'm just like, what? Wait, what you mean? What they mean? What do they mean?
Yo, but I just feel like I feel like the main problem that people, whether right or wrong, they might have with these type of songs is just the quantity of them. And I think some of the flows on the song them get repetitive. Like when he would say like a lyric and then he wait and then him say something. You see me? I think them flow there and them little pockets there, people them are saying
Well, pick up the
sounds the
pattern.
same, yeah. I feel like maybe it just a weird pan people. That's my thought.
Boy, pretty deep still.
Yeah.
And it makes sense.
Well, with Skillibeng, I don't see the big deal. I mean, we've gone into this flow with trap dancehall as being a very smooth, understated, very simplistic like rhythm and lyric and songs. So I'm like, this is the songs of the moment. Like I'm a bit perplexed as to why people are so perplexed. I'm just like, these are the songs.
It's true,
of the
even
moment.
when you pre over the waters.
Yeah,
I get me a song. What
exactly.
my girl the song they were popular, you know, the daughter Benzino.
Coley.
She never sang what when I pull up with a peep in the street.
We never know.
Yeah,
I don't know that song.
Like
I know her,
song,
but I don't know the song.
Yeah, that song there have a little buzz over, so no, you see me? A them type of song there around the place. I know make no sense. What is Bam Bam? Bam Bam bida.
My ass.
Bam Bam.
My ass.
Oh, Zim.
I joke, that's not.
You're gonna beat the bam bam beat up.
No, but then the difference between those songs, and that's why I was saying we were having a discussion before the show start. Like those songs in the of yesteryear required or was highly determined on the symbiotic relationship between the producer / the rhythm and the artist. So the artists are ride the rhythm. So the rhythm was in my opinion the star of the show, especially because we're listening to like Yellow Man Guzing and then you know the artists them are ride the rhythm and them are dun 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 dun. So it's like the rhythm is the star of the show, the melody is the star of the show, you know. So the lyrics of course could be basic, but you're bopping your head and you're like
but it's the same though.
And you just want hear the last 10 Ben guzeng like that's
was the same now. The melody for you, it's a nice melody.
Yeah, but then you know we've evolved into the like with lyrics and you know like the complexity of like the lyrics and the rhythm plus melodies, and it's just one big whole what do you call it, production, you know, for the song. So we get, I guess, you know, we've elevated our taste. So with the Skillibeng, it's just like, wait, what's this? This is basic. I'm like, no, it's a song of the moment. So, you know, yo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Police them a freeze.
Yeah, don't think so
but
deep.
Me never freeze. It's understandable.
Yeah, like don't think so deep. Like don't think of it, isn't it?
I know every song are gonna be that deep
or lyrical.
Yeah, it's just take it for what it is.
Exactly. That's my pre.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Big up Skillibeng. Now, people are gonna say, "Oh, apologize to him," or apologies.
No, it's not even apologizing. It's just understanding what it is.
And Nigel, you don't know Nigel saying already the function, how it functions in the space. The function of the song.
Let it be.
So don't
them put out for those simple, mindless entertainment. We like some of them movie there. We'll gladly sit down and watch some of the movie there together. Say, would know, say fuckery. No.
Fast and the Furious.
Fast and the Furious is fuckery. And them don't try to be anything more than that. They know what they are. They know that we're trying to be entertainment. We're not trying to be Shakespeare. We're not trying to be Bomba. What them early classic movie they name?
Noirs.
Yeah, and them type of movie them. No.
What?
We are brainless action fun. You see me? And for the most part,
Suspend your disbelief.
People are entertained by them thing there, and not for them the songs that we entertain in the space, they operate like that. That's their function.
I genuinely think that you can drive a car in the sky because you could come in this. Like you go in the plane and then like you come out and then the parachute and you just drive. Like it's true.
I was with you all along.
This is our cue.
I was with you all along.
It's busy.
Good. So all of this just to say, it's not that deep.
Yeah.
It's not. Big up Skillibeng.
A throwaway song.
Yo.
Good.
Javi. Yo.
No, I'm not.
And the criticism, look, I never say my drop off and retire and them type of reaction there.
Normal.
It's a bit
much.
This is like some meme somebody listen to the song like the first couple bars and just pause it unsubscribe from channel, then delete YouTube.
Yeah, I see that.
It was funny, but it was like it's not that deep. It's not that deep.
If dramatic was a person.
Good.
All right, guys, that's it for Quick Fix. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment down below. Share your thoughts with us. Let us know what you think. Yeah.
And all these things.
Bye.